Aloha and welcome to the North Shore of Hawaii, the Mecca of surfing and the venue of the most prestigious contest series in the sport, the Vans Triple Crown. Every year, thousands of spectators flock to the island of Oahu to watch the best surfers in the world fighting for the last points of the season, and this year also for the World Championship title.
If you don't win the world title, the Triple Crown is the next, trophy to get. It's something that everybody comes to Hawaii to win. It's something really special for everyone for sure.
I mean, for sure, you're going to see some big airs in these conditions. The guy's going to be ripping.
I guess that's the excitement of it. You never know what's going to come, and I think that's why the Triple Crown is such a world-class series.
You got to be ready for anything, and that's why it's the Triple Crown, and that's why it's so hard to win, because it could be 20 foot or 2 foot.
I definitely got some goosebumps, and I feel really confident. I really like all the waves in Hawaii.
And so we start with the first event of this series at the Reef Hawaiian Pro at the beach of Haleiwa. After the traditional opening ceremony and the blessing of the ocean for good waves, it's time for the guys to shred this spot. And the Triple Crown started with some solid waves for some good surfing action. But after the second day, the waves started to get smaller, and even the pros had their problems getting the good scores.
When you surf in Hawaii, you're used to surfing big boards and big waves, and then you get surfer heat. In small conditions like this, your shortboard feels like a little skateboard.
It's really small, so I feel like if you can get on a good wave and just surf it, you can get through heat. So.
Indeed, there are some guys who know how to get the best out of these triple over ankle height waves.
I grew up surfing these lefts and these little rights, so basically from 1 foot to 10 foot to even bigger, as big as it gets. I know this wave pretty well, and I feel comfortable out here.
As we see, even some non-Hawaiian locals are able to shred this little peak, so we packed our stuff and we'll head over to the next event. The Vans World Cup of Surfing at Sunset Beach. The surfing gods must have taken pity on the poor surfers who worked their butts off in the small waves and sent them some massive bombs to conquer. Next to the top 45 surfers from the WCT, a lot of locals and young guns are getting the chance to mix it up with a creme de la creme on this rough surf spot.
It's really tricky, it's really hard to get in the lineup, and once that you get the reading in the ocean, but you got a lot of waves, you catch a lot of waves.
It's a big playing field, but that's what's fun about surfing an event at Sunset, because it spreads out the lineup so much. I barely saw the other competitors at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much a 55-hour travel here by plane, and costs you pretty much half your budget, and then you get one wave like that, and everything's worth it, and you want to spend as much money and as much time on flights, and it's all worth it, so stoked,
But the beautiful sunset can sometimes be a little bitchy, especially when the waves get bigger. Nevertheless, there are always a few who are able to defeat the wave no matter what. And if your name's Kelly Slater, you're able to barrel this wave into the wrong direction and get out of it. So now let's get to the reason everybody is really here. The Billabong Pipe Masters at the world-famous Bonsai Pipeline of Oahu. After a 3-day waiting period, the spot presents perfect conditions for the 3 most important decisions. 1, who will be the world champ? 2, who will be the Triple Crown winner? And 3, who will take the Pipe Master trophy? Unfortunately for reigning world champ Joel Parkinson, he's out of the title race. He will be number 3 in 2013's overall ranking no matter what happens here at the Pipe Masters. So the final battle is between 11-time world champ Kelly Slater, who wants to complete the dozen, and 2-time king Mick Fanning, who wants to keep the title in Australia. Kelly has to win the contest to get another crown. Fanning just has to get into the semi-final to hammer the nail in the coffin. So we take a look at the quarters where Fanning faces Yadin Nicole and started with this awesome 9.70 wave. But during the heat, Fanning couldn't get another score, so it looks like he can say goodbye to the ASP Bowl. But with just 1 minute 30 on the clock, he gets this amazing 7.33 killer wave and makes it clear.
You just want to win, and that was my whole goal. I didn't want to sit back and be on the beach and nervous wreck. But in saying that, I never had any premonitions of, you know, where I won it or what happened. You know, I couldn't figure out like if it was going to happen or where it's going to happen. So I'm glad it happened that way. It just sort of makes a better story for all you guys.
And this result is okay with Joel Parkinson. He's fine with giving away his title.
It's just, you know, I'm so excited for him. He surfed so amazing this year. He showed he was a true world champion to what he did here today, so I'm kind of speechless for him.
But the tale of the 2013 Pipe Masters is not finished yet. We jump into the final where we find Kelly Slater up against a local prodigy, John Florence. King Kelly hammers down and gets spit out of this unbelievable 9.87 wave. With just 40 seconds on the clock, John needed a 7.88 to win and gets this nice left-hander, but it was not enough. Slater wins the Pipe Masters for the 7th time in his career, and John wins the prestigious Triple Crown trophy.
The cherry on top for me was just that I got surfing as John in the final, and that was really special to me. You know, I've surfed with John since he was a really little kid, and you know, we're all really close with the Johnson family here and stuff. So it meant a lot, I think, to all of us.
Oh, I'm so stoked to win the Triple Crown, you know, again. And like going into this event, I didn't even know I was in the running for it really, so it's kind of really a big surprise. And I came down here today and someone's like, "Oh, you're like kind of leading." I was like, "Really?" But to actually win it, yeah, I'm just so stoked. It's been a life dream.
So the World Championship title stays in Australia, the Triple Crown trophy stays at home, and King Kelly takes away another pipe title as we give the lineup of the North Shore back to the locals of Hawaii and wait for another exciting ASP World Championship season to start in 2014. Hope you check it out with